Right. So respect.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Yvette. How
Hi,
you
Yvette.
doing? I'm hoping more people join in, but hey, who knows? Um, anyway, I have John Coogan with me. I have Neil Perkins and Liz Perkins here. So
Hello.
that's all we need. You know what looks like Hollywood squares, you know? But not the I don't know. If we have more people, then it will really look like Hollywood squares.
Yeah.
Of course, John and Liz is in the basement.
But we don't call it Hollywood squares. We call it celebrity squares over here.
Celebrity squares, yeah, basically, yeah, that's true. Anyway, this is a free.
Over here, we're more inclusive, so that includes every celebrity, not just Hollywood.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a free for all. Anything goes. You know, talk about movies, Doctor Who, movies, maybe sports. I don't know, just no politics. We don't want to leave that out because it's like that's a heated subject. And when I was a cashier, that was one of the cashiers I was told never talk about politics or religion because you know what? You're going to get people that are passionate about certain things that you're not passionate about. You don't want to start a fight.
Yeah. So, Michelle, what have you been watching recently? Then tell me, what have you been looking at?
I've been trying to catch up on season 1 of Highlander, the TV series, so I can do a review on it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's interesting rewatching it again because I, watched it a long time ago when I was with my fiance. And
what does he do, the Highlander? What does he do? Because he must have a backstory. He must live somewhere.
Right now, I don't know where they were at, but right now the one's episodes they're in France. They're in France. I don't know where at in France because
so he's not based in New York all the time. He travels around the place. Because I've never seen.
No, his woman. He's into museum art stuff. Was asked to for the art museum type thing in France, and he said, "We'll take it." And so they moved to France, so she could do that work. And it's kind of interesting seeing him over there. You know, he's basically immortal, and there only can be one. And by the way, the opening theme has the Queen song.
But I don't understand where he came from because Christopher Lambert as Highlander, Connor McLeod killed everybody.
Duncan MacLeod is from the same clan as Connor, only a different year from Connor. I think they are relation, but it's good. I don't know. It's like they're from the same clan, but
they continued down the route of it being aliens then in the series.
No, they're not aliens. They're immortals from the I think the Highlands of Scotland.
Well, no, they can't. You just said he comes from the same movie.
They come from the Connor MacLeod and Duncan MacLeod. Both come from the MacLeod clan. You know, the MacLeods, but it's their different year difference. I think so Connor's older one than Duncan.
That's what I don't understand then, because as I say, they killed. Connor MacLeod killed everybody in the first Highlander movie, and that's how he became the only one. And then some aliens came from his other planet in the second movie, and then it all got weird.
Well, he became sort of human, didn't he, when he got the quickening at the end, when he chopped up the Kurgan's head, remember?
Yeah.
I think he got to get at the end, he could hear people's hearts beating and what people are thinking, this and that.
Oh, every time Immortal dies, and the Immortal takes his head, takes all them. Okay, I just see. Okay, whenever they kill them, when another Immortal kills an Immortal, they get everything the Immortal has. It's just It's like the memories, all the stuff, you know.
A
I
bit
don't
like
know
you
how to,
absorb a lot, really, yeah.
yeah, they absorb with that immortal. I don't understand it, but
Seriously.
Okay, now you can go to your question.
okay. Now I can go to my question. Okay, question. Who's your favorite serial killer? Well, I'll start with John. Who's
Oh,
who's your
was
favorite?
anyone? My favorite serial killer. Do you mean imaginary or real life?
Real life.
Real life. Or
my favorite serial killer? I don't know. It's mostly because, well, it's generally a sort of attacks on women. Generally, the serial killers actually do. So I don't know. See, it'd probably be Jack the Ripper. I think probably because he's got this sort of legendary status, hasn't he? And there's all these myths about him, like he could have married the royal family, and he could have been a surgeon. He could have been anything. So I would say probably him, or else Hannibal Lecter, a very clever, cultured man who did lots of different things. So then, and yeah, so that's probably those two, yeah. Lizzie, who's your favorite serial killer?
Oh, she's probably got about 16.
Oh, God. I could talk about this forever. Oh, Ted Bundy.
Why? Because he's handsome.
He fascinates me. No, he just fascinates me.
I don't know very much about him. He was very arrogant and he defended himself, and he was apparently pretty good. Like Zac Efron played him in the recent film. Is that correct?
He did. That was fantastic.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen bits of it. It looks good.
It was really good. I've got books about Ted Bundy.
Oh, you realize this is Lizzie's favorite subject. She watches every single program about serial killers going.
Do you? Yeah. I like to watch Murder That Shocks the Nation with Fred Dinage. I like watching that.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of different things on that program. It's really quite good. Yeah, Lord Lucan was on it yesterday. So.
Yeah, he's been Lord Lucan. He's covered the Craze. Have you watched that one?
I didn't, but he had one of the Richardson gang on the other day, Thursday or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That was about the Craze.
Yeah, he's quite good for it, Dan. I quite like him. So he's a crime reporter in the UK, Michelle.
Oh, by the way, Yvette says you said Jack the Ripper, and Yvette says, "Cool, that's hers."
Oh.
And Bundy, she said Ted Bundy was very clever, but scary.
Arse.
Which
or ass in America.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah. When I hear that, I'm like, I'm sick of life. I have a lot of English friends, and someone says, "Oh, he's an arse." I'm like, okay. Took me a while to figure it out.
Over there, you say asshole. We say arsehole.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, hi, Mr. Hyde. He joined.
I know.
Okay.
Well, I agreed with John on the Jack the Ripper because I think it's the most interesting one. I don't think I would ever go as far as to say I have a favourite because they're serial killers. But I certainly like the stuff about Jack the Ripper. I love watching things about Jack the Ripper. And after watching that ITV drama the other day, I was actually quite intrigued by Dennis Nielsen.
Right, Des was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Michelle?
Michelle, I don't know who that is, but
first of all, I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. It's where one of his ex-wives says, "Well, do you have anybody serious in your life?" He says, "I have all those. I have all these serial. Yeah, I have some real serious in my life. All these serial killers." So, I know we have something. The Butcher in Kingsbury Lane, which has been in the show Criminal Minds, which is true. It's from up in Cleveland. They did a story of serial killers, and the person that was in was based out of Cleveland, Ohio, and they were going all the serial killers, and the Butcher Kingsbury Lane was here in Ohio. Oh, geez, it's like like I said, Bundy, he is a little scary. I would say, Jack the Ripper. I mean, because it's very interesting. He always went after hookers. Is that working woman?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that he focused on that and people that would not miss, because working women are not, not really.
The reason I find Jack the Ripper the most interesting is purely because they still haven't 100% identified who it was. And it's one of those big mysteries. I mean, I think that the last time I read something about it, there were like a possible 100 different people that it could have been, and they still don't know exactly who it was.
And he's such a mythic figure. They keep making films and TV programs like Ripper Street and stuff like that. I know it's not directly Jack the Ripper, but he is like a cultural icon in a certain way, if only in a nasty way. But yeah.
Sorry, please.
Manson, he really fascinates me as well. Charles Manson.
Oh, Charles Manson. Oh, just hearing that name gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Again, I've got books on him.
Yeah, it's quite bad. One of his family tried to kill Gerald Ford after Nixon, because I watched that. One of his flower children pulled a gun out, I remember. And that was like 6 years after he'd been in jail, wasn't it? He had a lot of influence, Charles Manson.
Well, he never physically killed anybody himself.
Yeah.
But he was guilty by association, because it was him who coerced them all in to do it all.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as Yvette asked that question, that was going to get Liz going. That question Yvette asked, I have a feeling it was going to get Liz going.
Why do you think she asked it? She knows what Lizzie watches all the time.
I guess I've still got to watch that program on Amazon.
Yeah, she said she's watching the 10 Bunny. There's been stories I watched about Escape from Alcatraz. There was this one guy that was, he likes to find hidden things underground. They did on Hitler's bunker. Then he went to Alcatraz, and there's like all these tunnels underneath. I forget what he called it. And they said no one escaped there, because if you do get out, you got to swim the massive ocean. And you know what's in the ocean? Sharks. And
not in San Francisco Bay, there's not, though, is there? It's quite stormy in that out there, isn't it? Because it's still there, closed down about 1978, didn't it? But I think you can still go there, can't you, and walk around?
Yeah.
You can. Didn't they call it the caves? Those tunnels.
I forget what they. I forget what they called it.
They were named the caves.
That's something.
The Caves of Alcatraz, yeah. Like Dr. History on.
Well, Yvette has another question. How is
Now she's just trying to be funny.
Okay, Yvette.
You don't know anything. You don't know what that means.
No, I don't.
It's the name of the football team I support, and she knows they're not doing very well at the minute. So she's trying to be funny.
She's trying to egg you on, aren't she? Yeah. Well, since we don't have theaters open during this COVID thing, they have a lot of movies that they put on like streaming things.
Yeah.
Have any of you watched those new movies that they have put out streaming?
We watched Bill and Ted.
We watched Bill and Ted. That was the only one that's come out recently.
Okay,
where was that on Netflix? So where was that, Bill and Ted? Because it was in my cinema recently, the new one, but streaming? What was that
I think it was. I can't remember what site it was actually streamed on. I didn't find it from the actual streaming site it went out on. So.
Someone told me that Wonder Woman 1984 was being moved to streaming at the end of this month. Is that true?
Apparently, so I've read. Yeah, although it's not confirmed yet.
Oh,
I was sailing the high seas the other day, and I managed to get certain copies of it. Yeah, whenever you try and open, it tries to send you up to download these other sort of codecs, XV codecs. And if you turn to the site night, it says, "Nah, I'm not doing that." So
No.
it's like I made a month though. But yeah.
I don't know what. I mean, see, me personally, I know it's not a good thing for cinemas, and yes, it's cinemas are a great thing for people who want to go to them, but I don't go to the cinema very often because I think it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's definitely too expensive.
The only time I've been in the last couple of years is when I took my lad to watch the Star Wars movie when it's come out. So it was. I find the cinema too expensive. I mean, just me and my lad. I mean, the tickets were like nearly 25 quid for the two of us. And then you've got popcorn and drinks and all that sort of stuff. I bet I knock all in 50 quid to go and see one film.
No.
And I'd be quite happy if they put them more out on streaming services because I could sit on my sofa and watch them in comfort at home. But
you have your own popcorn and not have to pay for it.
Yeah, go and pay £1 for a bag of popcorn rather than flipping 10 quid.
Well, it costs a lot of money here in the U.S. too. I haven't been. The only time I have been to the theater lately is when there was some Doctor Who. Was the Christmas specials that were bought to the theater. 2 of them I saw in the theater. That's the only time. But when I was younger, it wasn't all that expensive. But now it's starting to get ridiculous.
I've got a cinema directly across the road from me. I could throw a stone from here and hit the wall of the cinema, and it's only 4 quid in for every seat, and I think that's brilliant. And you can buy beer in it as well. It's a little independent cinema.
I wish there was some like that round here.
What they do is they make their margins on basically beer, and they sell coffee and all the different sweets and that at a reasonable sort of price, and that's how they make their money. But it's quite handy. But there hasn't been that many films I've been desperate to see.
We do have like it's a dollar movie. It's one of those the movies that have been out for so long, and after they've been in theaters where they cost a lot of money to go to, they bring them to. It's called like you see, go see a movie, and it's only costs $1 or $2. It's after they've been in the big cinemas.
Over in America, they still have a lot of small town cinemas, don't they? So
they sure do.
Literally, there's one main cinema for the entire borough where I live. So, and it's I think it's like 12 screens, and so you can go and watch as many different films as you want. I think it is an Odeon. Is it still an Odeon? Is it?
Yeah, it's still an Odeon. Yeah. But at our town hall,
but that's not new films.
They do show some new films.
They won't show the new releases. It's
basically once they've been on in the cinema and they're finished there, they'll show them down at the town hall.
Yeah, so that's basically after they've been on main release.
They charge you, I think it's about £3, and you get a cup of tea or coffee.
But that's usually for the old uns.
Yeah,
the oldies. They go and have a cup of tea.
Your auntie goes.
They go and have a cup of tea, and my auntie, but she's 70. So,
yeah,
they go and have a cup of tea and watch a film for £3. That's
well, here in America, and here where I live, you have like I think 2 big well-known cinemas, and that you have to pay a lot of money, and then you have like one of these small, it's not wrong. I wouldn't say it's big, but it's a good size one. But it's after movies have been in the cinema for a long period of time, then they start showing those, and it's only costs like $1 or $2, and snacks and everything, all the stuff. It's not really all that expensive either.
When I was a kid, I probably live. Let me think. How many? Probably about. When I was a kid, I lived about 3 miles away from Dudley. 4 miles.
Yeah.
Probably about 4 miles away from the cinema that was the main cinema anyway. And I could get on the bus, buy my ticket for the cinema, and have some popcorn for less than £2.
Oh, by the way, we were talking about food. We made Mr. Hyde hungry. We made him hungry.
Yeah. So
Hey.
my bus ticket, it was a child's fare because I was only a kid. Bus ticket, entrance into the cinema, and buy some popcorn, less than £2, and now you can't. Well, your seat's bloody between 10 and 15 quid just to get a seat. So,
Okay, my question is what do you think? What you guys think of this new Bill and Ted? I've seen previews of it, and I remember the original one, but this one, what you guys think of it? Honest.
it was difficult because yeah, the Keanu Reeves and
Alex
Winter were still okay as Bill and Ted. I thought the actual film around them was weak. I didn't think much of it at all.
I cannot picture him being as though he is. Hey, talk like he did in earlier movies. I cannot picture a modern and say, "Hey, dude."
Alex Winter pulled it off pretty much exactly the same as when he was
Yeah.
doing it bloody 20 years ago or whatever it was.
I love Alex Winter.
Keanu Reeves struggled to pull it off exactly the way he used to because he's just not that guy anymore. He's just not that person. But yeah, I just thought. I mean, they're supposed to have daughters in this one, so they introduced these two daughters, and they're like female versions of them, and they were awful. They picked the two worst actresses they could have possibly come up with.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to listen to you.
Well, pretty much the same. I was disappointed. I was so excited for it, and then I watched it, and I was like,
Well, I saw the trailer, and as soon as I saw the trailer, I said, "No, you're not going to pay me to go see that." No. I mean, I saw the trailer. I almost turned me off on that one because I just cannot picture the two people that played earlier, and then try to like Keanu Reeves. Look at how old he was, and like see him act the same way as he was in the earlier ones. I couldn't. No.
Well, he didn't look anything like he used to.
No.
Alex Winters actually didn't look much different, but Keanu Reeves didn't look the same at all.
I think Keanu Reeves just let everything go.
Yeah. When I think of Alex Winter, I always think of Alex Winter in The Lost Boys. I don't think of him in Bill and Ted. He's always the dude in The Lost Boys, behind Kiefer Sutherland. He gets killed, doesn't he? Quite early, doesn't he, in The Lost Boys, I think, doesn't he? Yeah.
No. It's towards the end.
Was he not one of the first ones to get killed, or was it the other black-haired one? Was he the first one to get killed? Because remember them into the cave?
He was the first one to get killed, which is what sparks the final battle.
Yeah.
So it was towards the end of the film.
I can't remember when that was, because the last sort of scene when Kiefer, or David, he's called David, isn't he? When he gets stuck on the things on the wall, yeah?
Yeah.
He was the last one of them left, so something must have happened, but I can't remember what happened to Alex Winter, but I know he died.
Yeah, he did get faked. But like I say, it was towards the end of the film, and it's what sparks the final battle.
Yeah.
You're going to have to watch it again, John.
It's been a long while, but it's one of these films that I watch again and again, because when it came out in video, I remember having it, and it was quite a good film. It's got a cracking soundtrack. Jason Patrick and co, yeah. Because
that guy in the sunglasses on the front cover is the one I've got to read a script for at Halloween.
Oh, he was in Speed 2, wasn't he, as well, on the boat? I think Jason Patrick, yeah. I'm
planning on writing my own episode of Doctor Who and do like a script reading, because I wrote plays before, but this is going to be interesting. Writing like a sort of like short little episode, Doctor Who episodes. This is going to be interesting. I think
Whittaker.
Oh no! I'm thinking about having the 4th Doctor meet the 11th Doctor. I think that would be kind of interesting. What do you think, honestly?
Well, it'd be my two favorite Doctors. My favorite Doctor from the classic and my favorite Doctor from the New Who. So yeah, that would be interesting. But yeah, I don't think I'd be good enough to write a script. I have enough trouble reading them. I
know. I think having two Doctors in one story, it it's a gimmick, I think, in some ways for lazy writing, really, isn't it? Because apart from, say, the Five Doctors, all the multi-Doctor stories in Doctor Who haven't been that great. Have they? Like the two Doctors.
I like the Three Doctors. I like the Three Doctors and the Five Doctors. Those were good stories to me. I mean, I don't know.
The Three Doctors, any time that the first three all appeared on the screen, it had that sort of certain charm to it. But those like jelly guards or gel guards, or those wibbly wobbly things, Mr. Blobby things, they weren't very convincing. You could see people's feet poking at the bottom of them. They weren't very good, really, were they?
Oh, by the way, Yvette has another question again. What is your all favorite horror film to watch on Halloween? Hers is Hellraiser 2. Let's go with Liz.
It doesn't take much working out for Liz, no.
It didn't take that much. I saw the grin on her face as soon as I was just about ready to ask her. Okay, Neil, what's yours?
Well, I mean, I don't normally go to the extent of making a big deal out of watching Halloween or horror films on Halloween because I don't usually do a lot on Halloween. But in terms of my favorite horror film, it's got to be Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one.
I watched that in the cinema, and I cannot. It took me a year to get over. I was so scared. When I went to bed, I had to make sure there was a cross above my head. For a whole entire year, it took me to get over that fear. I know this sounds crazy, but to me, I can't. I keep telling myself it's fake. It's fake. I cannot separate the two. That's the reason why I can't watch horror films, because I can't separate it. It's the same thing with Alien scares me because it's too gory. I couldn't get. It's like when I saw that thing pop out of his stomach, I was like, okay, no more. I couldn't. And when you showed it on your stream, I saw that I had to go. I had to put my hand up there because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
All you have to remember is it was a little animatronic puppet with a load of cherry sauce everywhere. That was all.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm thinking that it was cow's blood. I don't know what they used. But.
Well, let's put it this way. It's just I mean, there's some people that can separate the two, and there's some people that have a hard time. Oh, God. Oh, the person who played Freddy Krueger, he was in the movie V, the original series V.
Yeah,
Yeah, he. As much as I hated that film, much as that film scared me, he did really good. I thought he was really good.
He also played Phantom of the Opera in a movie as well.
Okay, John, you.
Pardon me. I don't know. I'm not really sort of much for watching horror movies on Halloween. My favorite horror movie of all time would probably be The Exorcist. I know it's an old classic movie, but there's a lot more to The Exorcist than just the horror aspect of it. You know, it's all about a priest losing his faith and trying to understand this and that with his mother dying, all that sort of thing. If it was for Halloween, I would say probably the first Alien, I think, because there's enough what I would call jump scares in there to sort of make it sort of satisfying. Halloween, the movie itself, it's all Michael Myers, but it's all tension building up, isn't it? For Halloween, you want the jump out scares, don't you? Well, I would anyway. So I'd say probably Alien, the first one.
If it would be horror films, and I have watched The Exorcist, and that is based on a true real life thing that's happened. It's basically based. I can watch The Exorcist. I mean, as a kid, I watched it when I was younger. I was always thinking, oh, is there some yellow eyes? Is there some red eyes looking at me? I had to look out my window to see if I saw any red eyes. I saw it when I was a kid, and that's the whole thing. I would see, is there any red eyes watching me? When I go to bed, I was like, I had to look out my window to see if there's. I mean, as a kid, it's gonna scare you, and
you're not supposed to watch it when you're a kid.
They're 18s.
Well, hey,
that was pretty terrifying, and there hadn't been a film like it, sort of ever, like the crucifix masturbation scene and stuff like that. You never saw that in horror films before because it was horrible, and it was also really blasphemous, and people were really, really freaked out by it. People left the cinema and went home in tears almost. It was quite shocking for its time, and even now it's still got that sort of effect to it. And all the acting was fantastic as well.
What Yvette's just said there, actually, no, Robert Englund had been in loads of stuff before V.
Okay, so you.
No, he was. I remember he had been in. Things that I used to watch. I know he guest starred in an episode of Soap in the 70s. I remember seeing him in that.
Oh, I have to watch. I've watched Soap. I've never. I probably have to watch again to see if I can find him.
No, he only had sort of guest starring. Well, he was like bit parts mostly. V was probably his first major role, although he had been in quite a lot. He'd been acting since. I'd seen him in things since about the late 70s anyway. So, yeah, he'd been around a long time. I think it was V that launched him to going on to do the Nightmare on Elm Street films.
Yeah,
he was Willie, wasn't he? V. He's a lady called Willie, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, she's.
That was him.
Yeah, I mean, his part in V was great.
Didn't he play? Wasn't he one of the aliens that was on the good side?
Yeah, he was called Willie. Yeah. He helped the resistance. Mark Singer and that lot. Yeah,
that's one. Remember, they ate rats, but those rats, they were white chocolate, and the weird part is how they're swallowing, and you could see it go down their throat. That's a little bit.
All right.
A little bit scary.
For the time it came out, that special effect of where they eat the stuff like that was really good.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. It's like you see the thing going down their throat, and it's like, ugh, gives you the weebie-jeebies, type thing. So anyway, as I was talking backstage, I mentioned as we were talking about movies, I mentioned to them, I was like, well. About Charlie's Angels. Well, I grew up with the TV show and the two movies that had Drew Barrymore in. I mean, I think I saw one of them, and they were really good. But this movie they had out where Bosley was a female. Okay, I said, okay, that was a bad mistake. And I grew up with that show.
I haven't seen the new one.
Obviously, I haven't watched the new one though.
I do not want to watch after I read that. I read some of the reviews, and one person said, "I really bashed my head against the wall, then watch that." So that tells me something. That tells me that is a real bad movie.
I only watched the two Drew Barrymore ones a few weeks ago.
I didn't mind. I could get on board with the Drew Barrymore and the Cameron Diaz and. Lucy Liu ones.
I think I watched the first one with them in it. I don't think I saw the second one, but I watched the first one they were in, and they did a really good job. But I do not want to see this one. The
thing is with those ones, they kept it sort of as true to the original as they could. So it was still the Charles Bosworth Detective Agency, and even though the guy who what was his name? The guy who did the bloody voice of Charlie.
John Forsythe, wasn't it? The guy with Dynasty.
That's it, John Forsythe. He still was around to do the voice of Charlie when those films came out.
Oh, when the show is Charlie's Angels, we always try to figure out who is the voice of Charlie. Who's Charlie? And when I found out who it was, I was like, whoa. And they always, in the TV series, they always wanted to get a chance to meet Charlie because they were working for the agency and they wanted to meet this guy.
That was the whole thing, wasn't it? You never met Charlie.
You never, all you heard is his voice.
Yeah, all through the series, you never met Charlie. And then even in the films, they just had this, I remember them teasing it in one of the films where he was just lying on a beach.
Yeah, it was the first one.
Yeah, but you never actually saw it was him.
No, you never saw his face.
But yeah, I mean, it was Blake Carrington, wasn't it, from Dynasty? Yeah.
Right. And I never liked Charlie's Angels. I thought it wasn't a very good sort of program full stop. They were basically eye candy, weren't they? Eye candy detectives, and it was a bit odd. Gareth Fawcett and Jacqueline Smith and Kate Jackson. Kate Jackson was in The Scarecrow and Mrs. King, which I quite liked.
Yes.
See, that was the original three. They did bring in some others, didn't they? After that, there was Cheryl Ladd.
Yeah, After who's the one that left? She was blonde hair.
Farrah left first of all.
Yes, Farrah Fawcett was the first one to leave, and I think it was Cheryl Ladd that replaced her, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cheryl Ladd replaced her. Farrah Fawcett left.
I can't remember names of the other two that they brought in, but there was a couple of others that they brought in over time as well. But it, you know, I mean, John's right. It was, I watched it to look at the pretty girls. So,
Yeah.
No, I watched it because the characters, you know, they were like badass, basically. That to me, that's what to me the reason why I was watching it. It's like
But there were never strong women on TV.
what?
But there were never strong women on TV.
no, there is never. Only ever Brie Larson. That's Dean's line.
Oh yeah. What's to say? The name had to come up. I'm surprised Dean wasn't in here.
Well, as he's not in the chat, I thought I'd say it for him.
So he'll probably watch it afterwards. But to me, I love Charlie's Angels because it's just like I grew up with Charlie's Angels, Dukes of Hazzards, which I can't believe what they're doing to the General Lee. They want to paint over the Confederate flag. I was like, wait a minute, the show's not on anymore. Why are you doing this now? I know. It's like when I read that, I'm like, when I read that, I was like, wait a darn minute. You're messing with my childhood? No, wait a minute. Oh, I read how they got the song. You know, that when they blow the horn, it sounds like that. Was that Dixie? I forget what.
Yeah, it's a Dixie horn, isn't it?
You know, yeah, but you know where they got that from? I think the person who was doing the Dukes of Hazzard heard a car with that sound, with that what you just hum. I can't do that.
Well, no, it's the first. I was going to say it's the first bar of the Dixie song, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And
I don't know the lyrics to it, but
well, the guy heard it in another car that
something like that, yeah.
but the whole thing is the guy heard that horn in someone else's car. You know, was in the show, but he heard this. And he says, "We got to have it in the car. We got to have that." So that's where that came from. That's the reason why it came up in the reason why they had it in the show. He heard that and he said, "We have to use that."
Mm.
I'm subscribed to John Schneider's YouTube, and I was watching it. I'm watching some of his videos about how to create your own General Lee, and questions that people ask about how many cars, you know, about the jump and the cars that they use. I mean, it's like
dozens and dozens of them.
He said there was one car underneath the lake.
Probably.
Yeah, there was one series where this car ended up underneath the lake. So I'm like, okay, cool.
That's like any TV series where they've used a car as the star, so to speak. They always had what they call A cars, B cars, C cars. So you had ones that looked pristine for close-up shots, and then you had ones for jumping things, and ones for with. I mean, even in Back to we talked about we talked about it on the Back to the Future stream. They had ones with the complete side cut out of them, so that they could film inside the DeLorean without any problems.
Oh yeah.
So they go through if they have to have an iconic car in something, they have to buy dozens of them to use in that.
Oh yeah, I love the ballad that they played in the Dukes of Hazzards. Well, the the singing, just the good old boys. I love that. I think what's that Willie. Oh, I forget who's. Oh, Yvette's coming up with another question. Geez, Yvette's coming up with questions. What's your favorite musical? And she says she hates music. She hates musical. She says I hate musicals except Rocky Horror and Moulin
Rouge.
That's because she hates musicals because she doesn't like fun things.
Okay, if we go in favor,
she hates Disney. She hates all Disney. Who hates all Disney films?
Oh, no, I love Disney. Okay, Neil, you go first.
I I think it's probably Mary Poppins for me. I love Mary Poppins.
Okay, Liz. I see her grinning there.
Oh, I have so many.
Well, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if I don't know her answer. But go on.
Calamity Jane.
That's the one I thought you'd say.
Speaking of Calamity Jane, that's my dad's nickname for me is Calamity Jane.
Okay.
Because things always end up broken, like tape players. I don't know why. It must be hard on them. Okay, Sean, yours.
Well, I don't really like musicals. They're a bit girly for me, so I'm going to play safe and go for Grease.
That'd probably be Lizzie's second choice.
No.
Oh.
Second choice is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that
Okay,
one.
like Lizzie, I have so many. Mainly of them, some of them are Disney. And there's
I've just seen what Yvette said. Bambi gave me PTSD.
You know, one thing, it's like when I was living up in, I'm born and raised in the Buckeye State here, but I lived in Michigan in the national out in the country, which I loved. I moved back home. I hated the noise. It was that quiet, but it's like they go out. The guy I was living with was going out here, and I said, I cannot picture myself shooting Bambi. I would just think, no, I don't want to shoot Bambi. If like I said, I have so much, but I am going with the one I'm going to go with is Pocahontas because it's about the Native Americans, and plus the music was great in that one. And like I said, I have so many of them. I would say Pocahontas.
I'm not sure I've ever even watched that one.
Oh, I watched it. I loved it. I've even watched. What?
I've got a question for you, Michelle. What does Doctor Who and Pocahontas got in common?
I give. What?
What's the name of the main guy in Pocahontas?
Oh God, it's been so long.
John Smith, isn't it?
John's. Oh God, now I get it. Now I get it.
Cool.
Because that's the one thing is just I'm even whenever when was it in one of Martha's stories it's a two-parter where the chameleon that thing he did it so he's completely human. He's like John Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and yeah, I know. Was it Tom Baker did that? Did Tom Baker use John Smith, or was it, or what? Oh no, it was John Pertwee.
I was thinking it was Pertwee.
Pertwee was the first main one to use it, I think. I can't remember whether Patrick Troughton used it as well, but I certainly Pertwee used it definitely.
Annie was that? No. Annie was good. Annie was good. I liked Annie.
Yeah.
How can you not like it? Little Orphan Annie?
Little Orphan Annie. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
But the original was certainly the better one anyway. The Will Smith remake was bloody terrible.
I've never seen the Will Smith one, so I must have
refused to watch it.
Awful film.
No. It's just like I said, I haven't seen any new movies because, like I said, I can't afford to go to the movie theater.
Actually, I forgot about a musical that actually probably takes top spot for me.
Okay, what is it?
Oliver.
Oh,
yes.
Oliver.
See when Mr. Hyde says the sun would come out tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, his answer here. Patrick Troughton used it once.
I vaguely thought about him using it once. I can't remember what it was in though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Mr. Hyde might know. He might know.
So, Michelle, what's your favourite Disney film?
And
you can't pick Pocahontas.
If you want oh geez, this is 101 Dalmatians. If you want to go, with like a real life Disney movie, it would be Beauty and the Beast. They done that really. I liked it. That was the only.
I like the remake of that.
What? I liked it. It has made it so. It made it so personal. Oh, Yvette says did this. Okay, question. What links of cartoon? Okay. Oh, what links a cartoon dog? Oh man, you have to. I have a hard time. I don't have my I don't have Bible.
Hang on. What links a cartoon dog, a bunch of walking zombies, and an up and coming singer?
Oh, okay. Any idea?
No.
Well, a cartoon dog, a bunch of walking zombies, and an up and coming singer.
Scooby-Doo. I don't know why.
I think Yvette gave the answer. PTSD coming back.
But that's not an answer.
Oh, that's not an answer? Jeez, okay. Shoot. Okay, Yvette, give us the answer because none of us can think about it. Think what it.
Walking zombies. What's that? The Walking Dead? I don't know.
And like I said, sorry, I can't read it because my other glasses with my bifocals broke, and so I'm using my backup pair, which is like need magnifying glasses to read anything small. Oh, she said it's a show.
It's a show. A bunch of walking zombies. Sarah Michelle Gellar was in Scooby-Doo the movie, and she was in Buffy. The last one, up and coming singer, I don't know.
Okay.
Cartoon dog must be Scooby-Doo, unless it's Hong Kong Phooey, but I don't think so.
I don't think it would be Hong Kong Phooey. Oh, you talking about the cartoon Hong Kong Phooey?
Yeah. Supernatural.
Yeah. Oh my God! Is it? Okay, what is it that we give?
I've just said she's told you.
There we go. I was wondering when she'd shoe in Supernatural somewhere.
Supernatural. Scooby Natural crossover. Crossover Dad is a Walking Dead, and Jensen
is the singer.
Oh, okay.
Can he actually sing though? Can he? Is he a good singer?
No idea.
No, I never heard him.
David Hasselhoff is a big pop star in Germany.
He's massive in Germany.
And he's absolutely terrible. I don't know who told him he could sing. He used to sing with his wife.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but yeah, it's not the great. He's not the greatest of singers now. But in Germany, they don't have many major pop stars, do they? So he fits in quite well there.
Did you know John Schneider?
German name, hasn't he? So yeah.
Do you know John Schneider even sings as well as Tom Wopat?
I've heard John Schneider sing the Dukes of Hazzard theme. He didn't do a bad job, but.
Oh man. Okay, there goes my.
There we go. Mr. found out when it was that Patrick Troughton used it. The War Games and the Wheel in Space. Okay. I couldn't remember, but I didn't think there was. I knew I'd heard him say. Actually, I think wasn't it in Wheel in Space? Wasn't it Jamie who actually came up with it? Jamie said somebody asked him what the doctor's name was, and he said John Smith. I think that was the case.
Okay. Oh, when you were mentioning one of the questions about Elvis Presley was the first single in the UK, I'm like, okay, I did not know the answer. And I looked it up and I wasn't going to answer because I was kind of curious to find out. And I found out it was 1957. I'm like, but I did not know. My mom.
Are you admitting that you cheated again, Michelle?
No, I never answered the question. I never answered question. I just looked it up because I was curious. I never answered the question. I just looked up because I was curious. My mom, that's her singer. She likes Elvis Presley. She likes the song Elvis Presley. And I was just curious because I did not know. I'm like, oh, I was just curious. I didn't answer the question. I was curious to look it up. I wasn't going to
Michelle.
answer because when the time ran out, I'm like, too late for me to answer, even if I did find it early enough. But I
Michelle,
was curious. What?
what is stiff, 6 feet long, and excites old ladies?
Oh, what?
What's stiff, 6 feet long, and excites old ladies?
Oh,
Elvis Presley. No, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
you started cracking up Neil there. I think you must have known the answer.
Didn't know the answer at all.
Oh, you didn't know the answer? Oh shit! You come up with some strange ones. You come up with strange ones. No, but
I was laughing at the look on your face when he said it. That's what I was laughing at.
Oh.
Oh well.
What was probably going through Michelle's head at the time was 6 feet long.
Yes.
Oh God! You mean to tell me you could read what I was thinking?
You're going red now. We can see it. So yeah.
You mean I was right?
I am not saying. I'm not saying. I'm not gonna admit to it. I'm not gonna admit to it. You can't understand. My mind does get together, but not that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the question we were talking about? What was our favorite Disney films?
Yes.
Yeah, what was your favorite Disney?
I'll tell you what my favorite Disney film is, and I'm not a great fan of animated Disney, but my favorite Disney film is The Black Hole.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, a very unusual film for Disney back in the day when they made that as well, because they'd only ever made they made animated stuff, and then they come out with this sci-fi film. It wasn't bad actually. The Black Hole wasn't bad.
I really enjoyed it. It was quite dark for a Disney film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That bloke got chopped up by, what was the big bloke called? The little bloke was Vincent, wasn't he? The big bloke was called Max or something, or something.
Yeah. What was the name of the robot with the weird feet? I can't remember.
Oh man.
It was like a little movie. It was like a stumpy version of R2D2, wasn't it, with weird feet on it, but I can't remember what it was called.
I can't remember it, but
I'm gonna have to look it up now. But
that was a film I saw. It's 1980.
The only reason I asked is because I remember having the toy of that little robot. Now then, God, I'd forgotten it. Actually, it had Anthony Perkins in it as well.
Yeah, he was the Doctor bloke. Yeah,
and
quite
Ernest.
Yeah.
Ernest Borgnine in it. Roddy McDowell.
Maximilian Schell was the main bloke, the mad captain, wasn't he?
Ah, it was old Bob, wasn't it? No, yeah. Vincent. Is that the robot, the little robot?
He was the hero robot type thing that fought the big bloke, but there was an old service robot. That might have been old Bob.
There was old Bob and there was Vincent, and there was also that was the two robots, because Roddy McDowell was the voice of Vincent.
Yeah.
And Slim Pickens was the voice of old Bob.
Was he?
Oh, by the way,
I've only ever seen Slim Pickens ever in one movie. Do you remember at the start of Blazing Saddles? When they're all sitting on the campfire breaking winds? And this old cowboy comes and says, "What is all doing there?" Starts sniffing the air. That's Slim Pickens. I know that, but I've never seen him.
Well, he was a rodeo guy, wasn't he? He used to do a lot of rodeo stuff. He did do film and television, but he was mostly a rodeo person. But yeah, I forgot. I haven't watched The Black Hole in years, and you mentioning it, and I'm thinking to myself, that was a good film actually.
It doesn't get mentioned very often for some reason, which is strange. It was quite an unusual movie for that time, for Disney anyway.
Well, for Disney, it was unprecedented because I think at that point they'd only done animated films, hadn't they?
Yeah.
Or, oh no, they might have done. Well, no, they'd done Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks and things like that, but they all had animation in them, and they were all very light-hearted family films. And then, then along comes the black hole, and it's a totally different thing altogether.
Well, yeah, that was 1980 though, and like we're going to talk about next week. After Star Wars in '77, everybody started doing sci-fi movies, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I thought that was Disney's go, and I don't know how well it sort of did. It wasn't a typical Disney film, as we said, so it might not did very well, but it was quite a good film, quite an interesting film. Yeah.
Have you guys heard about you guys know about Murder, She Wrote, right?
Unfortunately, so.
Okay, do you know the woman who played the woman?
Yeah.
She was also in
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Yeah, see, I can't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Hyde says he's my favorite Disney movie animated was Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, good film.
Oh, and also on top of this, he said this. The answer, Nielsen. Yes, Jamie said it in The Wheel in Space. The doctor said it first on War Games.
I thought it was Jamie in The Wheel in Space because I think it was somebody else asking Jamie what the doctor's name was. And Jamie had to quickly think of it because he didn't know. They'd only ever called him the doctor, and he had to quickly think of the name. So he came up with John Smith.
Yeah, but
I think the first person to use it regularly was certainly John Pertwee because he had to come up with a name to work for UNIT, didn't he? Right at the beginning. So.
Yeah. And the only time I've ever heard of it was with David Tennant. That's the first time I heard John Smith being used. And then when I watched Classic Who, then I realized, it was used before. Kind of like whenever I started watching New Who, and then I started watching Classic Who, I said, geez, I didn't know there was... I thought New Who was the Doctor Who show. I didn't know there were any other doctors for New Who. That's how surprised I was. And I was watching. It's like, and then
didn't you only start watching when Matt Smith was the Doctor?
No, I started watching streaming on, I think it was Hulu before they decided to pull it off of Hulu, which pissed me off greatly because that's where I was watching it. And I started with Rose.
Oh, the first episode you ever watched was Rose?
Yeah, I started with Rose. And the doctor should be my first doctor, but excuse me, when Matt Smith came around, when he's with the traction, he says, and telling him to basically run, and after that, that's right at the end of the 11th hour.
So interestingly, then, if you watch Rose as the first one, and I'm genuinely curious, if you didn't know anything about Doctor Who at all when you watched that, you'd never seen any other Doctor Who, you didn't know that there were multiple Doctors, you didn't know anything at all before you watched that episode. Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't know there was any Doctors before the 9th. I had no clue.
Well, no, because there was a scene in that very first episode, wasn't there, where Christopher Eccleston stands at the mirror and saying, "Oh, not bad. Look at the ears and things like that." And whatever.
Yeah,
did you not think that was a bit weird as to why he was only seeing his reflection for the first time?
It never really crossed my mind.
Okay.
Sorry, my boyfriend was asking me something there. No, but whenever he made that reference, that didn't really.
To be fair, I mean, apart from that, they didn't really draw attention to the fact that he had other faces. Apart from there was the episode where Mickey finds out he'd been on Earth before and worked for UNIT. And then he says, yeah, but they wouldn't recognize me now and stuff like that. But they didn't really draw attention to the fact that he could change bodies, could they? Because it was only right in the very last episode where Christopher Eccleston has to explain to Rose that he's going to look different.
Yeah.
And that was the first one I would call, we talked about Highlander earlier on. the regenerations in New Who are very like Highlander, aren't they? The energy coming out of the head and things like that, aren't they? They're very like that, aren't they?
It's in the TV show. It's just like a lightning, covering like lightning kind of. It's not like in New Who the way. It's just more of like when I watched the regenerations in Classic Who, I thought, geez, that's a little bit cheapy. Because I like the regeneration scenes in New Who, but I figured that's after I realized that's the budget. They didn't have all the technical stuff that they had. And they didn't have that stuff back then that they have in New Who.
Because when Colin Baker regenerated into sort of Sylvester McCoy, it was actually Sylvester on the floor with Colin's clothes on, and this really terrible week, wasn't it?
It was.
Colin wouldn't come back, so they had to squirrel it out, didn't they? Yeah, bit obvious, though.
Yeah, Colin fell out with them because they told him he was sacked, basically. So
by phone as well. So JMP told him over the phone. So yeah. Never forget.
I can understand him being a little bit.
Colin did actually say years later that he regretted not doing his regeneration, but at the time he was probably extremely peed off.
Yeah, he did come back over dimensions in time, though, didn't he? So, what was that, 93? So,
yes, yeah, he did.
Back in the Brigadier, didn't he? So, yeah.
It's kind of like Tom Baker now, how he regrets not being in the Five Doctors. I've heard him talk about. I've heard.
Yes, Tom definitely did say that he regretted not coming back for the anniversary on the 20th anniversary. But again, it was still quite fresh for Tom leaving, and he didn't leave on great terms because he wasn't the one who made the decision to leave. It was John Nathan Turner who said we need somebody else. So he was still not. I actually think Tom would have gone on. I think Tom's last season would have been a lot better if they hadn't have told him it was his last season at the start of it. Because you could see Tom wasn't happy with that season.
No, I like it.
They did a lot of things in that last season. I did catch a bit of Blue Bonnets, I think, today. They were talking about sort of Terrence Dix, I think they were talking about, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were talking about Christopher Haig's Bidmead. And he actually changed the whole tone of the last season. He went back towards more scientific basis for Doctor Who. Remember Legopolis? It was all about computations and stuff like that. He went along that thread and he brought in E-Space, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he did quite a lot of messing about, really. And I think the quality of the stories went downhill as well. It didn't help that Tom, I wouldn't say he didn't care, but he was deflated, wasn't he?
Well, there was
terrible story. I thought that was a terrible story to end off on. So
there were quite a few sort of back scenes clips revealed years later of Tom being very angry on set. I mean, he was throwing props on the set of the Ledger Hive, the first one of that last season. He was getting extremely angry with the people on set and saying the props were shit, and he was throwing things around on the set. And Tom was not happy in that last year at all, and he did not like the burgundy outfit.
Oh, he did. I did not like that. No, I liked the first outfit when he started. I liked that one. When he got switched to burgundy, no, it didn't. No, but he still had a scarf.
I think that's last season as well. He was starting to get divorced to Lala Ward, I think, because they only were about a couple of years, weren't they, really? So I think that didn't help his mood either. So he's very pissed off there. The
mad thing is, that last season of his was 1980, wasn't it? And I'm sure he did, after he left Doctor Who, he did some adverts for an Australian or a New Zealand TV company. And it was him and Lala Ward that did them. And that was the weird thing, because after he left as the Doctor, he then went with Lala Ward to New Zealand to film some TV adverts for some telecommunications company. Oh, no, Prime Computers, that was it.
Oh, okay.
And he did some of them in his original costumes, and then he did some of them in the burgundy costume and bits and pieces. So he actually went and did those after he left as the Doctor.
I think the way television worked in those days, so basically, maybe it feels like Australia, New Zealand got Doctor Who maybe sort of 18 months after we got over here.
Could
So
have been.
he still, for 18
Yeah.
months, would have been the Doctor, basically, in Australia and
Yeah.
New Zealand. So maybe that's why he did it.
Yeah, could have been. Could well have been. Yeah.
The trip to Australia as well, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen some of those Prime adverts because they're on YouTube, and he was quite. He actually seemed happier in those than he was in his last season as the Doctor.
You can tell his last season. You can watch him. He's like kind of worn out too.
Well, like I said, I mean, it's just the season before 1979. He was still the happy-go-lucky Tom Baker everybody knew. I think it was the fact that he'd been told that he was being replaced, and he didn't like that. Tom was he's even admitted himself since he left that he was too much of an influence on the Doctor Who set by the time he left. He was telling them what to do, and he said that shouldn't have been happening. He said, I shouldn't have been the one telling them how to do things, telling them how to change things. But he said they were so not scared of him, but they were so sort of respectful of him that they let him do what he bloody well wanted. So,
But when JNT took over as a showrunner proper in that final season, he just walked all over Tom. I wouldn't say that in sort of a way that sort of he abused him, but he just stood up to him and said, "No, we're not having it anymore."
yeah,
And that's what happened.
I think that was the problem. I don't think Tom had been used to anybody standing up to him. So, but I mean, you know, he did 7 years, but I actually think if John Nathan Turner hadn't have taken over when he did, I think he'd have done at least another 2 or 3.
You know, because the 80s to me were the worst time, I think, of Doctor Who, of the 60s, 70s, and the 80s, really. I'm not a great Davison fan. Baker was all right, and McCoy was okay as last season, but I just thought the program dipped quite a lot, and that did coincide with JNT, so I don't know how much he's responsible.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, I mean, Tom is still my favourite. He always will be.
Yeah.
Yes, there weren't some great episodes in his last series, but he, he'll always be the Doctor for me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
For me, I like now. To me, when I started watching John Pertwee, I automatically thought James Bond. I could picture that on John Pertwee. The James Bond of Doctor Who. I could picture that because he likes his gadgets.
Yeah.
But and another thing is I do like William Hartnell because when there he goes.
It's Tom Baker.
Hey.
Yeah, he had to put that on. He's got the fuzzy ears here.
A slightly more overweight Tom Baker.
Yes, he's so overweight. When I saw Lizzie smiling, why he just had his avatar on, I saw Lizzie smiling. I was like, okay, something's going to happen.
She could see me trying to get this bloody hat to fit with headphones on. There we go.
Oh, now Yvette says this: Tom Baker is Doctor Who.
The definite article.
Definite article, I might say.
Absolutely. I mean, it's things like this that made him. You know, he was the most iconic in the way he looked as well.
Yeah, but if you see a scarf, you automatically think Tom Baker. Tom Baker. You just see his long scarf. That's just now.
Yeah.
Hey, Blue.
Hello.
But the reason why when I started watching, I started the classics. I started with the first Doctor, William Hart, and you can see how scruffy he is. But later on, when he started warming up in the role, he had the infectious laugh. William Hartnell's, laugh when he played the Doctor. He did that laugh, that little chuckle. Oh my God, I love that.
Can you do that chuckle, Michelle?
No, I can't.
Have a go.
No. Gary did it really good. when you guys did that reading, Gary was really good playing the first Doctor.
Gary was great in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He did great. He did great. I was, like I said, I was listening to that script reading, and I'm like, I could hear you guys all breaking down laughing.
It was extremely difficult to not laugh.
I was dying.
Yes, it was very good. Very, very good. And we've got more coming up on Mr. Hyde's channel as well.
Like I said, I'm going to try to write like an episode of Doctor. I got to figure it out. But see, I can write plays. I wrote a Christmas play for kids, and it was about these kids who was Jewish, and it was their first. For them, it would be Hanukkah, but for us, it would be Christmas. And it was their first Christmas holiday in U.S. And they didn't have any family. They were here with people that came over here, and I wrote that. It was like really interesting. And then I did one of about a country singer, and this basically based the main character around my boyfriend, but it was a woman. It was like a woman, but I just tatered. See, I can take certain things and like write a play, basically. That's just me. So I'm going to try to see. I'm going to have to, it may take me a while, but once I get done, I may have to do script reading. And if anybody who wants to play the fourth Doctor, I wouldn't mind you doing it, Neil.
You mean in my hat and scarf, you mean?
Yes, in your hat and scarf.
Getting into character, yeah.
It's like getting a character.
Well, I always leave it. I always leave it to Mr. Hyde to choose who plays the Doctors, but I do have the get up to play Tom Baker. You know what I mean?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, but it's going to be interesting because Matt Smith, my favorite Doctor of all the New Who. I started with Christopher Eccleston, but to me, just Matt Smith cemented the whole thing. And let's put it this way: I still like David Tennant, but if you put Matt Smith and David Tennant and me in the middle, you have a perfect sandwich.
Oh, TMI. TMI.
Hey, you know what? I had to say that. I'd be one happy camper. But the one thing is, when Matt Smith took the role, he was 26, never watched any, he never been around when Doctor Who was out, and when he did study, he nailed it. He just nailed it. He just nailed the Doctor 100%.
He gave the strongest sort of acting performance of any of the New Who Doctors, didn't he, really? Tennant was just basically a hero type character. Smith was more, he was intense, he was flippant, he was childish, a more sort of varied performance, but that sort of steel core all the way through. So he was probably the best of the New Who Doctors. I agree with you.
I didn't like Rose falling over the Doctor, and I agree with this. No hanky panky in the TARDIS. No hanky panky. I didn't like the idea of Rose pining after the Doctor. I did not like. Now I like Rose with the Ninth Doctor. Now that I wish that would have gone on, and Christopher Eccleston, from what I heard, is like he wished she would have stayed on because the character would have developed into more. But for whatever reasons, Well,
the New Who Doctors, Michelle, all have seemed to have a love interest, apart from Jodie. If Jodie was to get a love interest, what sort of man would he be?
Oh God, no. We do not want to go there. No. No Jodies. Oh, by the way, Blue says, unless the hanky pink is me at 12. Oh. Okay, I put it out there, Blue, so now everybody would know what. She
does like Peter Capaldi.
Oh yeah, just like I like Matt Smith. It's like. And then when I hear Paul McGann's voice, when I was listening to some of the Big Finish audio on Spotify, all I had to do is lay down on the couch, have it on, just close my eyes, just saying, Paul McGann, take me away. Because he just has a smooth voice.
You sure you don't want us to leave and you can be on your own?
Just go and get a cold shower.
Yeah, just get a cold shower. Oh, Blue, you have to drink every time I say Paul McGann. She joked about that. She said she should take a drink every time I mention his name.
She'd be constantly drunk.
Oh, Yvette, you going to Betty? Bye. Night. Thank you for joining us. Have sweet dreams. I mean, I'll probably dream about Paul McGann and Matt Smith. Who knows? Let's put it this way. That time we did the caption contest, and I was trying to be nice and say "but," and someone says, "Well, I'm just trying to be, you know," and you guys were egging me on. That's where I said, "Well, then shoot her," and then you know what? It's like they couldn't believe I came out with something. And it's like you said, Jody had to come up in that one.
Yeah,
oh, thanks. You choose the one where I've got to basically give a blowjob to an alien. Oh, I'm sure that won't go down wrong.
Oh, by the way, Neil,
I'm sure it will.
Mr. Hyde says we will be doing Creature from the Pit, and Neil Perkins will be the fourth Doctor.
Oh no!
Oh no! I stirred something, didn't I? We don't want anything to go down the wrong way. Oh my God! I saw what Blue just said. She said, I will need depends for that stream. Probably mentioning about you doing the voice for the first Doctor and the. Oh man!
If I remember rightly, doesn't Romana wear an extremely revealing outfit in that episode?
Who?
Romana.
Oh. I was watching an episode of Highlander, I think yesterday. And it's like, I think The Beast Below. I'm thinking, God, did Doctor Who knew who steal that? Because it says The Beast Below, and that was one of Matt Smith's episode about the whale.
That was really crap, that episode. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't one of the best. It wasn't one of the best.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
It was one of the best. But when I saw that episode, I'm like, wait a minute, didn't you take that from that? Because that's why, that's where I heard it was Beast Below was in Doctor Who. And I didn't know that was also a Highlander episode. I believe that was what the title of the episode is.
Well, if it had been Chris Chibnall writing it, yes, he probably would have stolen it.
I don't think Chris Chibnall will write for. No, I don't think he would write for Highlander. No, probably would end up being crappy if he did. I would be watching it if it was. No way. I do want to do a review, and I have to watch it. I was looking up some of Tom Baker's episodes to review on, trying to find some other good ones. I mean,
there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, but Genesis of the Daleks is, oh God, one of the best episodes of Tom Baker.
Haven't you already done a Genesis of the Daleks?
Yeah, I know. I did, and then also Robot is a good episode. I love Robot. Robot was really good, and it was you said it was written for John Pertwee, but then Tom Baker and he did a really good job.
Originally, that script was written for John Pertwee. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he said he's something about the Titanic going down and he's going gug 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 gug. He was doing that gurgle gurgle. You know, while I was waiting for you guys, I had a song, Daydream Believer, stuck in my head. I don't know why.
The Monkeys one, is that?
That is one of the Monkeys songs, yeah. Yeah, that was one of the Monkeys. Yeah.
How does that go? I can't remember. Sing a bit, Michelle,
Oh
for me.
no! You don't want to hear.
Yes, Michelle, sing.
You do. You sing one line, I'll sing the next.
You know what? My boyfriend says if I sing, it sounds like I'm getting the cat. Now you.
He's
hear it.
No. I don't want to scare anybody off. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to.
We've heard you sing before. You're quite good.
Oh, you have?
We have.
No thanks. No thanks. No thanks.
Yep.
All right.
You need to sing.
Me, what, Mr. Hyde? Is that what are you talking? I'm trying to wonder what his. Oh yes, she does. I don't know if that was towards me or. Oh, Brain of Morbius. I could not get into that one. The Brain of Morbius. Somehow just kind of.
It's really good. It opens up loads of different things, like the Sisterhood of Corn.
Yeah,
And
now that does explain, and also explains how they explains about the Sister Con and how that stuff that they have the drink.
Yeah.
It explains about Sister Con. I never. Oh no, he said Blue would be reading for Romana. Oh geez, I want to know who else he's gonna have. That's gonna be really. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that stream. No, I also watched the episodes on eSpace. I thought that was really interesting. Kind of a different.
Well, I'm sure, as I say, I'm sure that's the episode. If Creature from the Pit is the one where Romana basically wears the neck curtain and nothing else.
We don't want to give anybody. We don't want to get anybody that. Now, isn't there a person that Mr. Hyde needs to take a cold shower? I forget who the woman was. Was the Mouth on Wheels? Is it legs, mouth on legs? Excuse me. Is that the person? I forget where her character's name is. I don't know which one Mr. Hyde gets googly eyes on.
Yes, well, as Andy just said, yes, it is. And yeah, she wears some lovely fetching silver boots and a neck curtain, basically.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch that one now.
So to get into character, Andy's got to get a neck curtain and some silver boots.
Okay. Oh, I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
It was extremely see-through, if I remember rightly, on Romana at the time.
Because then we're going to have to really, if that happens, to really, well,
she said
okay.
Well, if I'm going to be dressing up as Tom Baker, then, the companion, I've got a K9 here. So we've got K9 for the episode. No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Here we go.
Come on, Blue. That'd be really fun, Blue.
You've got to do it now, I dare you.
We dare. Oh. She said I was. She was
a red bikini to Pet Berry. Oh.
Okay. Now, was it Perry that makes Mr. Hyde go googly-eyed, or was it?
It was.
Perry makes most of us go googly-eyed.
Well, let's face it, Blue. You've got the girls to pull it off.
Oh, come on. Go ahead. Come on. I would love to see that. And now, if she does do that, now you have to put 18 plus.
I think 18 plus anyway.
Yeah. So, now we're talking about that. Blue, now I'll watch it if you dress like that. That would be really, I'll be watching.
Michelle, do you dress up for Halloween?
Oh, by the way, Halloween is my parents' anniversary.
Is it? Oh dear.
Yeah, they got married on my late fiance when we were engaged. His future mother-in-law joke is my mom still hasn't taken the mask off.
There we go. She says she's doing the bikini for Perry. It's decided. That means the ratings are going up.
Okay, okay.
Like I say, she's got the girls to pull it off.
Mm. She goes, wow, how romantic.
So, do you dress up for Halloween, Michelle?
No.
Why not?
If I wanted to dress up out here, I'd get killed if I say I want to dress up as one of the doctors, because the doctors are not female; they're male. So, if I wanted to dress up, it would be, Rogue from the X-Men, because I love that character, but I just don't have the body for it.
You could be a witch.
For
couldn't you?
all. What?
Be a witch.
Oh,
Witch is evil.
No. Well,
Why?
I'll be the good witch. How's that? Witches are evil. I'd rather be the good witch.
Not all witches are evil. You got white witches, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want witch. No, I don't. I couldn't picture a witch. No.
That woman in the Damons was a good witch, a white witch, wasn't she?
Mhm.
Mrs. Hawthorne, remember?
Oh yeah. John, do you dress up?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Witches are otherwise known as mother-in-laws.
John, do you dress up?
I don't know if I dress up. I have worn masks, latex masks, yeah, but I don't go full costume. But I'll answer the door to some kiddies with a full latex mask on as my normal self, and that's quite frightening for them. So, but I don't go all the way. I don't see the point in doing the whole thing, because I never go anywhere on Halloween. But I like to wear a mask, yeah.
What about now, John? Now Neil can dress up as the fourth Doctor.
Good trick or treating, yeah.
Yeah, he's just.
I do that anyway. So.
Well, you'll need the coat and the shirt.
I've got it all. You've seen it before.
Full regalia, yeah.
What about you, Liz?
We don't usually do anything for Halloween.
Not in terms of dress up, no.
No.
We used to do all the stuff with the kids, like pumpkins and stuff like that. But they're all grown up now and not interested in stuff like that. So.
No.
Thankfully.
You ever bob for apples, did you? Ever bob in a baked in for apples? When I was a kid, yeah, what my father used to do was he used to put a 50p piece in the bottom of an apple, yeah, and fill up the kitchen sink with water and put the apple into the sink. And if you duck your head under and grab the 50p with your teeth, you could keep it. But you had to go underwater because the heavy metal sort of pulled the 50p down. So I used to do that, bobbing for apples, yeah.
Mr. Hyde's got googly eyes for the first Romana.
Mary Tom, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
And then his mouth, it looks like, I'm trying to think, he's like drooling for Perry. No. I can dress up mostly as Whitaker. I have the shirt, the suspenders, and the white shirt underneath, and the wig. Scariest costume I ever bought. Okay.
Hang on. The suspenders, is that a new type of Jodie Whittaker outfit?
That's American for braces, I think.
I was thinking more of the stockings and suspenders there.
So I saw them in Italy as well, yeah.
I think he's talking about the stream that we were talking about. Blue dressing up. That's going to be a popular live stream. I've added to the poster.
No.
Gotta do it now.
Some promo shots, yeah.
Oh man. That would probably get a lot of views. So are you ready? Are you ready for that, Blue?
She's now got to find a bikini in the winter.
That would be hard to do. Because they don't sew bikinis in winter time. Amazon, yeah, that. I'm gonna show up to see her dressed like that. That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Very nice.
That would really be interesting seeing her in a bikini. I can never wear a bikini because I got a belly on me.
Is this the way these script doctors readings are going to go? We've all got to have the costumes for the characters we're doing. That's going to be interesting when a man's playing a woman or a woman's playing a man, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I was listening to that script reading of the first one with the first Doctor, I think there was a romance between Barbara and Ian, or I forget his name is.
Ian.
I think
Ian.
there was romance between Barbara and Ian.
Well, there never was on screen in the actual episode.
No, but in that reading,
the way we did that reading, it was just, it was Gary's fault. He started with his bow, chicka bow, wow. And that was it. It was all off.
I could tell you guys were fighting, not laughing during the reading.
We were, well, there were points where I couldn't speak. I was laughing that much.
I was listening, oh, man. Now, whenever I rate my fourth meaning the 11th Doctor, I'm gonna have you do the 4th Doctor, and I'm wondering who would do the 11th Doctor, because I know it would be me, because I would probably be narrating it. Of course, it would sound weird for me doing the 11th Doctor.
Find a Scottish person to do the 11th Doctor.
Yeah, need a Scottish person.
Maybe ask Daniel. He's the only Scottish one I know, or Eddie Ascaro, someone like that.
Yeah. Dang it. Ah.
Oh, yeah, the reach around.
My hair is a mess now.
When you watch, obviously I've watched that story of the Daleks so many times, and you never even blink at those lines in the actual episode. When you're sat there just looking at the words on a page, everything turns into an innuendo. Everything.
I mean, oh yeah, he just said Eddie would be good. Oh well, then maybe I should ask him once I get the thing written. It may take a while, but believe me, I know it's going to be a good one. I just got to figure out what would. I might bring the Daleks in and have Yvette do the Dalek. The voice for the Dalek.
Yeah.
The camp Dalek.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. When I get it written, I'll figure out who I want to play. I'm not sure if I want to put Clara in there or not, because I know a lot of people don't like Clara.
I like Clara.
Clara.
Clara. Well, I like Jenna.
I could probably see why.
Jenna Coleman.
Yeah, and the person who plays Amy, she's not bad looking.
Too skinny.
Oh, too skinny.
She's got legs like matchsticks.
Anyway, I'm gonna now. I've talked about playing Second Life. There's a whole bunch of Doctor Who on Second Life, and I'm going to show the picture. Now, bear in mind, the person is my avatar. If I could get it right, I want to show that picture so everybody can. Oh, Curvy. Here we go.
Curvy is better.
Yeah, this is my avatar. I have a sonic screwdriver, and for Blue, I have my sonic shoes with the 12th Doctor, and that's my TARDIS that I have on there.
Is that a figure you've got standing in front of it?
That's my avatar. That's my avatar. Of course, when I created the avatar, there was no sort of like a dark brown, so I had the closest one I had to do is pick black. But that's my avatar standing in front of the TARDIS. I had to find a good enough pose.
Yeah.
Oh, you used to go on SL Blue? You they have a lot of Doctor Who on there. I probably think they have a lot. They have some 12, your 12th Doctor stuff. Like I had my sonic shades. Of course, they don't look like they were in the TV series. I mean, the show. Yeah, TV show, whatever.
I could always just stick a canine badge on the side of Fern here, and then we've got a living cane.
Oh, that's a cute cane. That would be a cute canine.
Yes.
But I don't think he would stay.
No. Well, she would if I'd got food.
That's it. That's definitely. Oh, speaking of that, in Star Trek: The Next Generation, where Data has his cat and he's trying to train it, and George tells him how was this his aunt, or I think it's his aunt or something, trained her cat.
Walked around with a piece of tuna in a blouse for a month.
Walked around with a piece of food. That's a good way to train a cat. They can smell food.
It's a good way to get the cat to rip your clothes to pieces to get at the tuna.
Yeah.
The tuna. There's some type of I had this other tuna and I put it down for my cat to have her like a moist type treat. She's like, nah. There's a certain kind of food. We have Save-A-Lot here. So I bought the Save-A-Lot cat food. That is the only cat food that my cat would not like. She would thumb her nose up at that. But now she likes kibbles and bits. I mean, not kibbles, but kitty. I can't think of it. Oh, it's not kibbles, but it has a kitty name in it. But I can't think of it.
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we used to.
But she also likes Meow Mix too, the Tender Bites. She'll eat a Meow Mix. She'll Kitten Kabuto. That's what it is, Kitten Kabuto. I knew there was a kitten thing in it. It's Kitten Kabuto, and she likes that, but she will not eat the Save-A-Lot kind. She's very picky.
Is it cheap Save-A-Lot, is it? Or is it might be horrible meat?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's a statement.
I had to put now blue. Everybody's gonna see that now. Everybody's gonna see that. You got about no. Wait a minute. But yeah.
The 13th Doctor Sonic.
What'd you say?
Yeah, the 13th Doctor Sonics they sell in sex shops, not in toy shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I don't know, we were talking, I don't know if it was when your stream came up, and I said, I looked, and that's when I think it was your stream, they were talking about you guys, the screwdriver, and I said, oh yeah, it's a dildo, a vibrator. And it shocked Yvette too. That I said that. Because it looks like a vibrating dildo.
It's certainly very phallic shaped, yes.
It is.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I don't think there's two doctors I drool over is Matt Smith and Paul McGann.
Really? We wouldn't. No, we did never have known that, Michelle.
I mean, there's some. Now I like Leela. I like Leela, the person who played Leela.
Yeah, I like Leela as well.
Oh, yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Also, was it that picture of the person, the second companion to the third Doctor?
Capaldi's is a painful dildo.
Oh no! Hey, Blue, did you hear what he said about Capaldi? For it is Pertwee, Capaldi, Tennant, and McGann. Okay, for me is I like William Hartnell because he was the first, but it would be Pertwee, Tom Baker, Matt Smith, and David Tennant. I put Matt Smith in there, but that's before David Tennant. But like I said, if you have Matt Smith on one side, David Tennant, I would be a happy camper. I'd be like I'd be a sandwich. I'd be in the middle.
You'd be the filling of the sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's like, let's put it this way. I won't wash my shoulders. It's like, yeah, you can see me. I'm probably staring. And I know. Now I bet you anything. Now I'm sharing red.
You've got a filthy mind, Michelle.
You have.
Hey. My mind's always going to the gutter. I mean,
We've changed you.
what? Yeah. Well, no, I was in the gutter, but now you made it worse. Now you made it worse. And now I'm doing a lot of Jody. You know that. But I was trying to be clean that one day about shooting Jody in the butt. And says, no. And then that's when I turned it around. And I think I shocked everybody.
No.
Kitten Caboodle is like Griswold's cat. I don't know what.
Well, it's vacation, isn't it? It's Howard Griswold, isn't it?
Did you see what Blue? We all do. Did you see my dick stream? Oh, you mean
Yeah.
Terrence Dix, Michelle.
Terrence Dix. I know.
Uncle Terry.
I'm gonna get into trouble now. Like I said, this stream is 18 plus. Never gonna go under 18. No. We don't want to corrupt young minds. We'll just wait till they get older and corrupt them.
What young minds are here?
Oh, exactly.
What, John?
I was going to say, it's Thanksgiving next month. Do you always have a turkey on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, over at my mom's house, but this year's gonna be different because my mom's on oxygen. She can't do much, and then plus she broke her shoulder because let's put it this way, I think she was getting in their truck or getting out, and my dad has a Ford truck where you have this this rail, this part where you just stand to get up. It's like running board, and my mom slid and she went under and she jabbed a bone up in her shoulder, so they had to replace so she can only lift it up to the boob part. She can't lift up being higher because she has it replaced, a total new shoulder.
Yeah, because I hate turkey. I even hate it at Christmas. Americans eat a lot of turkeys, don't they?
I say I'm 28 as well, Andy, but they just assume I mean stone in weight.
Let's put it this way: I'm 53, but if you turn around, I'm 35. That's what I say. I'm 35. I mean, when I got over, I think it was in 30s. I said I'm 29 and holding. 29 is still holding.
I started going backwards at 40, so I'm only in my 30s now.
Oh, speaking of turkey, Blue says I love smoked turkey, the only kind I like.
I find it very dry turkey, and even at Christmas, you got loads of crap on it to make it edible. It's not like chicken, which is soft and tender. Turkey's just a bit crap, really. I don't like turkey.
Love turkey.
We only ever have it at Christmas, and we usually have.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
we usually have another meat on the plate as well because I wouldn't want just the turkey, to be fair.
Okay, now for New Year's Eve, what do you have right after here in the U.S.? You have to have sauerkraut and pork, because if you have sauerkraut and pork, it makes you'll be rich, for the new year. We eat sauerkraut. It's just a saying. I said, Dad, you're not rich. You eat a lot of sauerkraut and pork. You're not rich yet. But that's what's
New Year's Eve, basically, most people over here just have alcohol.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You mean to tell me you don't have like a certain, because I know in the South they have black beans for New Year's. We have sauerkraut and pork up here.
I don't
Why
think.
for New Year's?
No.
Why New Year's? Why not just Christmas? Because people don't really celebrate New Year with a meal over here. They just get drunk.
We have it here, but every New Year's you have to have sauerkraut and pork. That is the staple for our up here. Up here in the north, that's our staple for New Year's. But like
Through most of my early 20s, I don't remember New Year's Eve.
Oh, what is black-eyed peas? Peas here. What is black-eyed peas on New Year's Day? We get pissed on New Year's. Okay, yeah, but ours is right after it turns midnight. You have to have the sauerkraut and pork. Which is New Year's Day.
Christ, if I ate anything at just after midnight on New Year's Eve years ago, well, not so much now, but years ago, then I would have just thrown it back up again.
Yeah. It's horrible.
The only time I ever got, here's the time I only drank a lot of, one of my, part of my,
What?
Yeah, I don't know if it was family or a friend. Some of my mom's friends, or I think it was family. They were getting married. And my brother, we are of age to drink. Well, I tried to outdrink my brother. Next day, I went to church on Sunday, but Monday, about 4 or 3 times, I spent running to the toilet. Playing to the Great White Horse and God, Ralph. That's the only time I drunk. That's the only time I really. I've never drank and got drunk. No, never got.
Never drank and got drunk.
Well, drank to get drunk. How's that? I'll rephrase it.
God, only last year Lizzie got drunk just by drinking an entire bottle of Baileys and then threw it all up again.
No, that wasn't last year. That was the year before.
Was it the year before? Okay. Yeah.
I remember.
Baileys is nice to be poured on ice cream.
Don't give her ideas. You've never tried that one.
I remember my first New Year, my first apartment. When I moved out, I was living with my parents. I moved out. It was like a low income apartment complex, and I would joked with my psychiatrist. I said, "I'm going to have some Monty champagne for the first." He laughed. He thought it was funny. Like I was really joking. No, I was serious. I went out, wanted to buy a bottle of it. I ended up finding like one of these 4 individual bottles. So I had that for New Year's. And I drank. I said, "Shit, what did I see in this stuff?" Because when I was with my fiance, when we go to Olive Garden, that's why we'd be getting stuff, wine. He would get wine, I would get that. And then when I drank it, I said, "What the hell did I see in this shit?" It's like I couldn't remember why. Oh, are you calling us Americans weird, Mr. Hyde? You calling us Americans weird? We're not weird. We're just different. Unique. Getting hot there, Miss Neil?
No. No, I'm cool as a cucumber in a scarf and a hat.
Yeah, looking cool as a cucumber. Yeah. Do you guys get any snow over there?
Not yet, no, but we will get snow at some stage, hopefully.
Oh, maybe. We don't get it really often.
We get during here if the winter. Sometimes we've gotten bad winters here. You know,
is Ohio flat? Is it?
We got some hills. We have some hills here. And we're not completely all flat.
Andy's doing the Barbara lines again. I'm so hot.
Okay.
I'm choking again just thinking about it.
What did you say?
I said I'm choking again just thinking about the script reading.
Oh, if you want Christmas snow, come up here to the North, Blue. We have it. Our summer. Our way we look at it is how our summers are. It depends on what our winter's going to be like. I remember we had a blizzard here in 78. It's called the Blizzard 78. I was in grade school. I was glad school. We didn't have school. And we also a lot of the businesses had to shut down because you couldn't go anywhere. It was called the Blizzard 78. I remember I was in grade school. So glad school was out and we didn't have to go. But then we wanted to go and play out in the snow, and you had to bundle all up to go out. And so bundle yourself up, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta go pee. Y'all bundled up, ready to go outside, and it's like you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Don't eat yellow snow. Yeah.
Oh, don't eat yellow snow. I would never eat yellow snow. No. Because you never know where it's been.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a matter of where it's been. I think it's been what's been on it.
Normally dog piss or something, isn't it? Yeah, I don't.
Oh dear.
Is there any movies that you like to watch? I mean, I know you saw Bill and Ted, but is there any of the movies that you would like to watch in new movies that are coming out?
The next one I'm waiting for is Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah, so am I. I can't wait till that one comes out. What about you, John?
The only thing I'm really interested in would be Black Widow, but it keeps getting put back again and again, so I'm looking forward to that. So I like Scarlett Johansson. I like the character. She's pretty good, Natasha. So yeah, Black Widow.
What about you, Liz?
Again, Ghostbusters.
Okay, speaking of movies, I've watched all the X-Men movies, but when I watched The Dark Phoenix, it was good. So it was good up to a point, and then you had Mystique. I forget what her real name was, Raven. And the only thing that really pissed me off is when Raven told Xavier, said, well, we saved the men's butts. You should call it X-Women. I'm like, okay, you just done did it. I'm like, when I heard that, I'm thinking, okay, no. Now you're starting to bash the men. It's like, kind of reminds me of what's happening in Doctor Who now.
Was that Jennifer Lawrence? Was it? Was she Raven in that?
I don't understand. Oh, Blue says she can't wait till Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I wonder why she's waiting for Suicide Squad.
I think
a certain person being in the film.
Yes, we know it's a certain person that she's a fangirl of. I said she's one of these crazy fangirls. Yeah, but I've seen the previews of the Ghostbusters Afterlife. Wait.
I've just seen what Andy typed.
Oh my. Now that's out for everybody to see now, Andy.
Yeah, but she really doesn't care.
Oh, you wrote don't care. Oh man. You never know what's going to happen when this whatever free for all live stream. What's going to happen? I mean,
I have never actually seen Suicide Squad, Michelle, but I've seen Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, and I thought it was crap. Have you seen any of those movies?
I've never seen a Suicide Squad.
Have you seen Harley Quinn?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen Harley Quinn.
It's pretty poor. I think the DC movies generally aren't as good as Marvel. Or what would you think?
I just had to mute so I could choke.
Are you okay, Neil? Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm
You're
fine.
fine. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
she says, "Yeah, I won't watch Birds of Prey."
It's pretty lame, really quite lame. It's just
I don't mind. I don't mind watching a decent kestrel or an eagle flying around. That's about all. Though.
I know someone he will not like to see the movie The Birds because it scares her. All these birds coming after you.
like Praxeus and Doctor Who.
Oh yeah,
It was
that's
Doctor
what
Who.
that. Yeah, I watched that episode, John, and that's exactly what I thought when I saw these birds going. But like I said, I know we didn't want to bring this up, but when I watched saw the preview for Spy File, I thought, oh, this will look pretty good. I had to force myself to sit down to watch the dang thing. I'd rather see paint dry or grass grow. That right there, that's what it was like watching paint dry or grass grow. I mean, that's how bad it was. And it's like every time I hear Jodie's voice, I swear it's nails going down the chalkboard. Every time I hear it, I kind of shiver. I do not like hearing it. Nothing wrong with it, but every time I hear a voice, it's just like someone's striking nails on a chalkboard. You know?
I quite like Spyfall. I liked it when she said I've had an upgrade.
Oh God, no! I wanted to slap her for that. I did not like that. No. But the one I liked is where John Barrowman walked up and kissed Graham. I thought that was real funny. He thought Graham was a doctor. I mean, I thought that one was fun. I thought that was funny. So, but it's just like I said. I mean, I can't wait till she leaves. Hopefully, it'll get better. I don't know. We only wish, right? Oh, I am hopeful for Suicide Squad because of James Gunn and his promise from no interference from the studio. But yes, I'm hopeful because PCAP?
Peter Capaldi.
Oh, yeah, we figured Peter Capaldi. Yeah, we know.
Don't give us none of that rubbish. You are just waiting for Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, that's it. She just wants to see her man, her gray fox. I mean, I would like to watch. I know Matt Smith is in The Crown. I would like to watch. I would like to see an episode of that to see how see how he is. I've seen previews of it. I've seen little bits in here or there. Like pieces about it. I thought I wouldn't mind watching an episode just to see how good he is. To see how good he is outside of Doctor Who.
He is a good actor, though, Matt Smith. I think one of the reasons why he's not going to get involved in Big Finish because he wants to go to Hollywood and sort of try and make it there, which none of the rest of them really did. So it'll be a while before we see Matt Smith, but he is a good actor outside that. He is good in The Crown.
When I was
he's good in The Crown, yeah.
Oh, when I was watching David Tennant, and then I was checking up, and I didn't realize David Tennant has a small part in the Harry Potter film. I didn't realize it until
You didn't know?
No, I watched all the Harry Potter films, and I never really caught it.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan, and I knew that.
But it's apparently when I watched Harry Potter, I'm not really much a fan. I like the movies, I like them. They're really good, but it never dawned on me. It never really dawned on me until after I found out he did play a small part. And I'm like, whoa, how did I miss that?
Because it was a really small part. He was only in it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't notice it. Is because it was a really small part. I mean, David Tennant's good. The one person as a companion with David Tennant is person. Oh,
you should go and look for the Casanova series Michelle he did before Doctor Who. You'll like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to check that one. I'm gonna have to check that. I just have to check that out.
He's not wearing clothes very often, is he?
Okay. Don't give me any ideas, and I'll probably need to take a cold shower.
I'll find the link for the IMDb page and
Would
send
you-
it to
Oh, you will?
you.
Oh no! Oh no! Is that promise? Oh God, I'm gonna get myself in trouble now. No, but it just, like I said, David Ted. I have now Amazon Prime because here I can get it because they have, if you have Medicaid or food stamp card here in the U.S., you get paid like $5.99 for Amazon Prime. So I have a food stamp. So say my boyfriend likes to watch all the stuff on Amazon Prime. So I said, I'll pay for it because, I can save money on it. Well, I was watching Good Omens. I was like, damn, David Tennant looks damn good in those tight jeans. Oh, he looked good in tight jeans.
You definitely need a cold shower, Michelle.
I would like to see Paul McGann in tight jeans. That probably
I'm sure you'll find something where he's wearing tight jeans.
Yeah, I'm. Hey, Blue, would you like to see Peter Capaldi in tight jeans?
What a silly question.
I think it's kind of like you can watch Perry in that bikini. Is that it?
Perry in the bikini.
Oh, Blue says just wait till you see the new versions of Fright Night leather pants. Okay. After I watched Doctor Who with Christopher Eccleston, I was watching a G.I. Joe movie and I saw him in it. I'm like, whoa. Before he did Doctor Who, I'm like, or I don't know if it was before or after he done Doctor Who. I'm not sure when that movie came out.
Which movie was it?
It was a G.I. Joe movie. I think The Rise of Cobra.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what Lizzie put.
I've just sent you the link
Okay,
for the Casanova pictures.
Okay, I'll check it out. No, I'll probably need a cold shower.
Most disappointing.
Oh, look what Mr. Hyde, Perry, Goo guys, bikini, mouth watering.
Perry.
I'm surprised Dean's not in the chat.
I think he's been a bit busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he'll probably watch afterwards and probably hear it. David Tennant leather pants. I see him in tight jeans and Omens, and then the way he walks. Okay. He swaggers when he walks. Ooh, yeah. Do I need a cold shower now?
Cold shower, Michelle.
Or like breathe.
Or failing that, just go and get your boyfriend.
You need oxygen in a minute.
Failing that, just go and get your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Mid-afternoon romp.
Yeah, that's true. No, I think I'm getting a little bit flushed here. I think I need to turn up the AC. Or turn on the AC, basically. Oh, man. Now I'm starting to sweat. Now that's bad. That's bad. That is definitely bad. And that's not the hot. I don't think I'm having hot flash. I think I'm just having. I don't know.
In leather pants. That's what you're doing.
Oh, Blue, you have started it. You have started it, seeing him in leather pants. Wait a minute. What does she mean? David Tennant as CAD.
What's the CAD? I don't know what that is. What is
I
it?
don't know. What's CAD, Blue? I'm like, in other words, is there anybody who has any questions for us? Go ahead, free fall.
Ask us anything. Jack,
Ask
go
us
on.
anything. Yeah, kind of like what you guys do on Friday. That's stump the panel. I'm gonna try to come up with some good questions to ask you for next Friday. Oh,
Where do you get your questions from,
Oh,
Michelle?
she just means a cad, as in sort of a.
oh, okay, CAD. What's a
rascal?
CAD? What's a
Yeah.
CAD? I don't know what a CAD is or what it means. See, it's like there's certain things that
A bit mischievous, Michelle.
what?
Yeah.
A bit mischievous.
Okay. But oh, bad boy. Now I get it. But in Good Omens, he has tight jeans, but he swaggers when he walks. And he doesn't. It's not. He plays the fallen angel, but he doesn't play it really. It's just a different. Him and Michael Sheen have a real good chemistry in that show, Good Omens.
Michelle, do you think Michael Sheen would make a good doctor?
Oh, geez. I've only seen him in Good Omens. I've seen him in Good Omens. Haven't seen anything else, but yeah, I could. He probably would be.
He's a very good actor, but whether he'd do it or not is another matter. But he is a very good actor.
Another good actor that probably could play the Doctor, and I know I get booed on this one. Hugh Jackman, because he is very versatile. But people would see him as Wolverine if he did play, if he would have played the Doctor. They would just see him.
Gotta be British, Michelle.
What?
Gotta be British.
If you want history, you guys in England sent your criminals to Australia.
Yeah.
So, in effect, some people over in Australia have some British lineage, if you think about it.
Like rehabilitation. No, I don't know.
No,
What?
I love Hugh Jackman.
You'd never get Jackman doing it anyway.
I don't think he'd be a good doctor.
No, but what I'm saying is
he doesn't leave his house unless they give him £1 million.
Oh my God, I could. If Hugh Laurie played the Doctor, I could not see him as the Doctor. All I see him as the house, as that cranky Doctor house.
Yeah,
I could not picture him playing as Doctor in Doctor Who. But I'm telling you something. Hugh Jackman is eye candy. Okay, I need another coach.
I know. No, I do honestly think that it should be either Irish or a British actor. I don't think an American would do justice to the role.
And the reason why I say Hugh Jackman is because he's versatile. He can, when I heard him as Wolverine, and when I was hearing him in interviews, I was like, wait a minute. And I found out he was from Australia. And it's like, and then when he played Wolverine, he had an American accent. But then whenever I heard him, like I said, he's versatile. He could play whatever. I mean, he's what I'm saying. Is there's one movie I would like to see him in is The Greatest Show on Earth. And it's about the Ringling Brothers, Burnley Bailey. Can't say it.
Barnum Bailey.
Yeah, it's based.
British Showman, it's called, yeah.
It's the greatest show on earth, and I want to see it mainly because he's in it, and from what I see the previews, what I saw the little clips of, looked really good. I mean,
Zac Efron's in that as well.
What?
Zac Efron is in that as well.
I didn't know that.
The Greatest Showman.
You mean the Greatest Showman?
Greatest Showman on Earth. I think it's the Greatest Showman on Earth.
No, it's just The Greatest Showman.
Oh, Greatest Showman. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's I could see Hugh.
Michelle!
I actually think now that he's grown up a little bit, Colin Morgan would do a good job as the Doctor.
Yes.
Who? Colin Morgan.
He played Merlin in the BBC series.
I've never seen Merlin, so.
John.
He was a bit young then, but now he's grown up a little bit, and I've seen him in a couple of other things, and he's a very good actor.
Yeah.
Oh! Did you see what Blue just said? Good Lord! Probably my eyes. When I saw when she was holding up, I saw that picture of the guy, and I picture Hugh Jack. I could see. Okay, I guess. Definitely, I need a cold shower now. If I didn't have one now, I need one now. Then I have one before, I need one now. See what happens when I do it. It's like whatever stream, anything goes. Never expect what's going to come up. You thought we were going to be X-rated?
With the noises you were making?
I think we got there a long time ago, didn't we?
Yeah, but she just took it one step further.
You mean with Matt being a sandwich between Matt Smith and David Tennant?
No.
Oh,
when I showed you the picture, the noise you made. Yeah.
I need oxygen, right?
You need something.
I know.
For a while of a time.
Oh man, now I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot here.
I could never objectify women on a live stream the way you have tonight, Michelle.
She's gone. She needed a minute.
Get your mic turned off and everything. God. Oh,
no,
you're back.
No, my boyfriend came in and still give me a kiss.
Oh.
He said he would like to give you a whole shower.
Now
that's X-rated. Now that's X-rated.
Michelle's getting lucky tonight.
Oh, like we have. Oh, yeah. Did you see Blue says like we have it already? Kind of X-rated.
Blue, you should have been on.
Yeah. Hey, Blue, if you want to join in for a short bit, you can.
She's probably had enough of live streams today. She's done one of her own, one somebody else's. She's probably knackered.
She's probably knackered. I did not I heard some of my English friends say knackered, and I'm like, what in the hell is that? And then I realized what it means. Tired.
Yeah, it's worn out. Yeah. It comes from old horses. When they were too tired to work, these sent a place called the knacker's yard, where they made them into glue. Yeah,
she says she's a bit tired.
I'm not surprised. I think your own stream went on for about 3 or 4 hours, didn't it?
Oh, when we've done a review on Big Finish thing, and Gary was on, oh my God, it lasted. It kept going on and on and on. I almost thought it was never going to end.
Yes, famished does mean hungry over here. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sure.
Oh, 2.5. All right.
Yeah, I've had a stream that lasted almost 3 hours. I'm like, damn.
Well, this one's been going 2 hours, 13 minutes.
Yeah, I know. We're probably going to, I don't know. We may not, I don't know. I want to do also, besides a review, I also want to do a review of Day of the Doctor. Now, that's going to be interesting. That's probably going to.
I think that's one of the most overrated stories in Doctor Who history. It wasn't that great, Michelle.
I can watch that film over and over and never get tired. I like it when he's singing on. I like it when he's hanging on the TARDIS, flying through the air. I laugh. I think that's
an anniversary special. That was a letdown.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sorry, but I liked it. I thought it was good, but that's me. I mean, not everybody's going to like the same episodes.
No, that's true.
That's true. But see, like I said, I liked 42, which is a Chimbo one, but I didn't like Monsters on a Spaceship. But 42, I thought was really, I liked it.
Monsters? You mean dinosaurs on a spaceship?
Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. See?
But 42 is just a rip-off of a Tom Baker story called Planet of Evil, isn't it?
42?
Yeah.
But I liked 42. It was good. Out of all the Shimbo ones, that's the one I like that one. And I know people are going to rake me over the coals for that. But I liked it.
Yeah. That's the Burn With Me one, isn't it? Yeah.
So, but is there, what episodes would you like me to do a review on? I want to throw that out. And anybody in the chat, is there any episodes you'd like me to do a review on? I mean, sometimes I run out of ideas. Neil? Well, I know you said something. You told me.
I gave you a suggestion yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh. I know it's a Saturn experiment.
That's the one.
Liz. Any episode suggestion?
I don't know.
Now we're stumping Lizzie here. What about you, John?
Fear Her.
Fear Her? Oh, God, that. A little bit dorky. Oh, my God. Oh.
Barbecue pork chops. Ooh.
Ambassadors of Death.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, which doctor is that?
Pertwee.
Well, there's like I said, a lot of the.
What?
What is that, Mr. Hyde? Figure that out.
I think those comments are coming in a bit delayed.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Hyde might be watching it a little bit delayed.
Yeah, a little bit delayed there.
When you disappeared, everybody thought you'd gone off to have your cold shower with your boyfriend.
No. No, he told me he snuck in and gave me a kiss. I didn't want everybody to see it.
Oh.
When I would be playing WoW, I'm in the middle of WoW and I'm playing, and all of a sudden he came in. I was like, be glad I'm not in a battle or fighting anybody. I don't want to die.
When you're in the middle of WoW, is that what you call it in there?
World of War. Okay, when I mean WoW, it's World of Warcraft.
Wow.
Ha ha ha. Oh, I saw what she just said. Oh ha ha. Okay, I saw what Indy said. Her boyfriend Paul McCann. Oh, you mean her? And then she's, oh, you mean her real boyfriend? Yeah, my real boyfriend. Yeah, so.
I just thought WoW was a nickname for Rumpy Pumpy over in America.
Well, I should say no hanky panky in the TARDIS.
No hanky panky in the TARDIS. No, definitely not.
Anyway, I have decided to with who's in there. I like to do a I always like those caption contests. I go over well, so I went through a lot of time finding a picture that would fit.
You've got a caption picture, have you?
Mm-hmm. And it's this. I'm gonna leave it up until
from the Sea Devils.
Mm-hmm. So anybody, I'm gonna wait. Okay. I hope that's long enough. Okay. Oh, I gotta take it off there. Ooh, shoot. I hate that when you have that. There. Yeah, still trying to get used to the StreamYard. Okay. Now that's the caption. Did everybody see it, or do you want me to put it up again? I'm asking the chat. Anybody got a chance to see that, or do you want?
Yeah, I think everybody saw it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, is that your caption, Mr. Hyde, that I'm looking at?
No.
No, okay.
No, he's talking about Day of the Dog.
Michelle, I wasn't here. Show it again,
Okay,
please.
there. Did you see it?
I can see it now. Yeah.
Okay, I want to see who 50.
All I can think of is get off your box. You look stupid up there.
Okay, caption, people. I just put up a picture. So
You have to wait. Don't forget, Michelle, there's a delay on how long it takes comments. And I'm fairly certain Mr. Hyde's watching it on a bit of a delay even more because his comments are coming up for things we've said 5 minutes ago.
yeah. Well, no, it's kind of like when I was watching your stream, people were already putting up the answers. I'm like, wait a minute, how? I didn't get a chance to see the question. So there is somewhat a delay. I might, Oh,
Isn't it?
Oh, come on. You don't have to be drunk to make a caption. You don't need to be drunk to make a caption for it. It's like I said, some people were already putting up the answers and I didn't see the question. They already put the answer. And then whenever the question came up, I'm like,
well, there's not on YouTube. If you're watching it live, it shouldn't be delayed then. But sometimes you can, if you come onto it and if you've gone back a bit or something, then you can be watching it. The comments will be corresponding to what's live, and you'll be watching it before it's happening. But it should, if you're watching it from the start, it should all be coming in at the same time.
Oh, but let's put it this way: when I play World of Warcraft with some of my friends in Australia, and we're on Discord, sometimes they say I use Discord. There's a lot of times I will be breaking up for them, and it's like they see it's probably from Australia to the States, the transmission. Mr. Hyde, do you have a caption that you like to put up? Jeez. Does everybody have to be drunk to make a caption? I thought that was like a really good picture. I was thinking about doing the one with John Pertwee and the Brig. I thought, whoa, here's one with the Sea Devils and John Pertwee. I thought, oh, that would be interesting. Oh, geez, it's not going over too well.
Well, there's some of the regular caption kings missing tonight, so
yeah, that's probably it.
Does anyone on the panel have a caption? What about you, Lizzie?
I don't do captions.
They're hard, aren't they?
Mr. Hyde, what do you mean, rumpy? I want to know if
told you he's watching it. He's watching it on delay. He must be.
Oh yeah.
So he's answering when I said about Rumpy Pumpy earlier.
Oh geez. Your caption is, you want breath mint? Your breath smells. See that?
Yes, yeah.
Bad breath from being in the sea. Have you?
The obvious pun is to do social distancing and masks, surely, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that could be it. We're supposed.
The doctor could be saying something like, "You're supposed to wear a mask, mate, but that's going a bit too far." Something like that.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Along those lines, perhaps. People in the chat. Yeah.
Have any of you swam in the ocean?
I can't swim.
No, nor me.
Neil?
I just naturally float on buoyant.
I know. As soon as now here in the States, we watched the movie Jaws. I watched it as a kid. After I watched it as a kid, I never wanted to go in the ocean. I was too petrified. I mean, honest to God, I was too scared to go after seeing Jaws.
There you go, Mr. I'll give you a caption.
What do you think of my Terrence Dick's dunk? Okay.
What do you think of my Terrence Dicks, Doctor? Impressive, no?
Oh, geez. I remember. Okay, here's something that's funny. I had a friend come up to visit me. I used to live up in Michigan. I'm from Ohio, Buckeye. When I was up there, a friend of mine came up here to visit me on her vacation, and we went to swim in a lake. And I'm like, I just like jumped out, ran out, and it's like something's touching me. Something's touching me. And she showed this picture. She shared to me on Facebook where this horse is jumping up and says something touching me. Something touched me. I mean, because every time I would feel, I was afraid a fish would be bumping up against my leg. I thought.
Well, unless it's a piranha, you haven't got to worry about it, have you?
Oh, I swam in Lake Michigan. Let's just say every part of my body, I feel like I almost froze off because that lake is once you go in, because it's a deeper lake, it's cold. It's cold.
Beside Canada. Canada's cool, isn't it? And it's beside Canada, isn't it? So it will be cold.
It's Michigan, and no, it's not even near. No, it's not near Canada. It's on the side of Michigan.
It's a great lake, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the Great Lakes, but it's not near. Now, Lake Erie is also between Michigan and Ohio. I don't know what. I'm trying to think of what lakes close to Canada. I'm not sure. I don't know very many. I know the names of some of the Great Lakes, but
because I always got the impression that the Canadians got the ferry across one of the Great Lakes to go to America, and they could sort of get pissed and go with hookers and stuff, which they can't do in Canada. I thought that was what sort of happened. I saw a program on it once.
But Lake Michigan is a deeper lake, so it's a lot colder. It was like real warm that day, and we were running across the sand, and it's like you're feeling your feet like because the sand was hot. But when we got into, as we're walking the lake, it's like each part of our body was getting cold because it's a deeper lake. Mr. Hyde's on delay because he says I put one up, but I did see it. If he, I hope he knows I did see it. He's on delay.
It's coming, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you guys all decorate for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
Yes.
boy.
There'll be a tree standing there in December.
And your TARDIS will be gone.
Yes, the TARDIS has got to make an exit for the month of December because that's where the tree goes.
Yeah. My boyfriend goes all out decorating this way because he's got spinal stenosis. He says, I want to do it while I still can. Because that eventually, from what I've read, it would get to a part where it will be so painful. And he'll probably end up in a wheelchair. It's a squeezing on the nerves.
Yeah.
And there's times I see him, he spasms, and I'm like, I wish I could wave a magic wand and then, just wave him away because I don't like seeing that. And that's because it's squeezing on the nerves. I mean, that's the only thing. He walks a good distance and his back's in pain. So, but
Do you have a real tree, Michelle, or a plastic one?
I have a fake tree.
They're much better, aren't they? The real ones with loads of like they shed an awful lot, I think, and they're a pain in the ass to try and pick up as well.
Oh, true. Yeah. When I lived up in Michigan, the guy I was living with got a real tree. Said we're gonna have a real tree for Christmas. Got it, and after that, I said, "Look, we're getting a fake tree. We're having a fake tree, no real tree, because I was the one that had to clean the needles up."
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? You can't even hoop them.
Oh, she says she has some Doctor Who ornaments on pre-order right now. I can't.
Oh, for the tree, yes.
I do. I have a TARDIS for my Christmas tree, and the ornament. I also got my boyfriend's was in the Coast Guard, so I got a Coast Guard ornament and a TARDIS ornament for me. So he has
Do you-
this toast. I want more Doctor Who ornaments.
You need to get a TARDIS advent calendar, Michelle.
That would be interesting. What I really want is get a TARDIS comforter. But the problem is with my cat, she sheds. I don't think I
What's
would.
comforter?
It's a
What-
you have your blankets, and then it's a thing that you put over top of your blankets. They call it a comforter, but it's to make the bed look pretty. You don't sleep with it. It's more of a decoration.
Yeah.
But I want TARDIS one. I'm like, no way. I'm gonna have to put plastic on my bed because my cat sheds, and I want her shedding on that one. Because it's like the comforter I have now, it's probably got all her hair on. So I don't want it on my if I get a TARDIS one, it would have to have plastic on it or the cat does not get on it.
Have a hairy TARDIS, perhaps.
Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, God.
What?
Oh, John.
What?
Okay, I'm not gonna say where that thought went.
It's gonna be a hairy TARDIS. Well, I don't.
No, you don't. I don't know if Neil got it.
Mine just went straight to the gutter.
See, Neil picked it up. Okay. Like I said, this has become an X-rated live stream. Very X-rated.
Oh, it could be worse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you could put that naked picture, of that companion next to the Dalek. You know what I'm talking about?
Katie Manning.
Yes.
No, I'd have to leave early if I did that.
Why, does he need a cold shower?
No, I'd need something else.
And I don't think I want to know. I have a feeling what it may be. I don't want to know.
Use your imagination.
Yeah, that's true. I'll use my imagination, basically. Doesn't take that much.
I think we've noticed.
Yeah.
It is actually, though, Michelle, it is starting to get quite late here, so you need to.
I know. Yeah, that's true. I was looking at the time, and I also got to make me dinner. Yeah, can't. That's the whole thing. I try to eat dinner, but with our time, it's between 5 or 6. But now it's getting past it, and I'm like, oh, he's probably hungry, and I know I'm hungry.
Well, it's approaching 11 p.m. here, so.
Yeah.
We don't want you to turn into pumpkins. Wait a minute, I take it back.
I already look like a pumpkin, so I don't need to turn into one.
All we have to do is all we gotta do is put an orange costume on you and put like his little stem, and we could and paint his face orange.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks.
You're all charming, Michelle, aren't you?
No, I'm just joking. You're the one that opened the door with that.
I'm allowed to say it's me.
Yeah, but you know what? When you open the door, you allow someone to walk right in.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you should walk in, though, does it?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna cut this at 2.5 hours. That's good. I mean, I know I had last year and almost last 3 hours, so it's best to cut this short so I can make my dinner and they can get their beauty sleep.
Yeah.
You're saying I need that as well? Oh my god!
I'm not gonna say any more because I don't want to get myself in trouble here. I do not want to get in trouble here, so I'm gonna be nice.
Look at this pretty face. Look.
Oh jeez. When you guys gonna do the Ghostbuster one? Any idea?
I know exactly when I'm doing it. Yeah, it's the blah 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 blah. Hang on.
I'm putting you in the spot here, ain't I?
Yeah. 21st of November.
Ooh. Okay. I would look forward to that. I got watch 1 and 2, and I got to find a way to dread through the female one. I just might as well just tie myself to the couch so I don't get up, so I can watch it all.
See, now you're talking about stuff you need to do in private again.
Yeah.
No, it's just, you know how whenever you dread watching something, you know it's not good, not, you know, you're gonna
Do you
dread.
not like Ghostbusters then, no?
What'd you say?
Do you not like Ghostbusters then?
I don't like the female one. No. I like the original Ghostbusters, but not the female one. But anyway, I need to.
I think that'll be a pretty universal
Yeah.
opinion. To be fair.
Point of view, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll let
Yeah.
you know when I'm going to do a review on the Suntartan Experiment. I got to watch it, rewatch it again.
That helps.
Yeah, that helps. But anyway, I'll let you guys go so y'all can get your beauty sleep and I can get my supper.
Okay.
So, everybody, thanks for joining us in a fun-filled free fall. I may do this one time.
Andy.
Yes. Night.
Bye. Night.
Night.